Hello? Hello? The words be spoken can hear heard, perhaps? Perhaps, maybe.
Nature's
Oh.
surprise!
Happy 15 months.
Oh
I
my
also
god.
legit just hit the post button on my new map
Hey,
It's a swarm
congrats.
/ shiny mass squad summoners
Yeah,
rift
I've seen
haha
you been
less
working
than
on that
3.
for a while.
Nature's surprise!
Congrats, dude. They were the
Oh my
15
god, the
months as
real
well,
King DDD
Jesus.
is back, Nicky Boy Heart.
Oh. The...
Hello!
Is he? Hey, for the 40 months go Sweezy, Jesus. Yeah, I don't know what this crown system is in the YouTube. I don't know what the leaderboard. I don't know what that is. YouTube just doing their own thing, I guess. Gotta find new features. Oh, that was unfortunate timing. When did this get posted? 18 hours ago. So it was like almost like right after that I just logged off stream and they decided to post this then, eh? Practically right after. Whack. Oh well. As we get to look at these new. This is the first time Inkshadow's come back, isn't it? I think this is its first revival. Last I remember. But then I also remember that, like, I thought that Inkshadow Lee Sin already existed, so I don't know. Oh, it's your happy birthday, Artie. Go have a cake and a birthday. Go ahead, go have a good time. Yes, okay. So I've only seen the splash arts. I haven't seen what they actually look like in game yet. So that'll be interesting. No Rise. Yeah, Rise again. No Rise again is whack. But I guess they did just give him Blood Moons. It'd be really weird if they gave him another one. But like, come on. Rise is like made for this skin line. It's so whack. Should have been another high dude. Oh boy, I love more high dude. I love it. He just paintbrush instead of a whip. I just saw like the Neela splash and it looks nice. I mean, it's just nice that Neela's actually getting something. You have to be the next Lux. Oh, he's already there. He's practically he's up there. He's like him and Pike actually, both of them are of that caliber. But what? Oh, there he is. Look at all these goobers. Wait, did I? Whatever, this is full screen. Alright. I did notice. You notice the thing that stuck out to me immediately when I saw his splash, weirdly enough? They gave him hair again. Why do they keep doing this to my man? I don't know. Something about giving Pike hair is just odd to me. I don't know. They did it with Soul Fighter. It's like, why has he got hair? No way in Inkshadow. That one's like so incredibly obvious that I don't know. Would it be a bit redundant? Maybe they might just like. I mean, the theory is that he's gonna be in Spirit Blossom because of the comic with Zinzao, right? So he'd fit Spirit Blossom as well. Though I guess Ionian Hui is also a bit redundant. Probably looks very weird to me here. It's a nice color scheme at least. I like the transition of the purple and the orange. It's good.
Hey,
Of all the ones that are here, though.
Thank you.
Gosh darn it, Nicky from Boy, yet again you stream as I am midst of the wage cage. I cannot believe how much you hate me. Chat, give this man some love as payback.
That's not how
Hey,
that.
it's a thingy people
Good
use.
luck at work.
Thank
Dave.
you.
There's no entropy.
Entry fee
It's not real.
BTW.
It's not. Inkshadow's would just be based with extra steps. It kind of is. Do we get a legendary? I don't think so. Unless Renekton is. Which of all the champions that I would have thought would have been put in Inkshadow, Renekton was definitely not one of them. What a weird choice. I forgot what they look like, so who knows? Yeah, I haven't seen them in game yet. I've just seen the splash. So like, my first thoughts of seeing the splashes was like, this looks cool. Ape brain just sees like, oh, cool dinosaur in battle armor. That's cool. But then it's like, what else is it? I don't know. Pike getting another one. Lee Sin. I thought this already existed. And then Neela was like, okay, Neela looks kind of cool. Not the fidget spinner pauldrons. I mean, that's a staple of Inkshadow. That's just like, that's the logo of Inkshadow. So it's no wonder. This is great. The splash is always great with the models. You know what? I thought this was the Renekton one reminded me a lot of the World's Renekton. You know what I mean? Like aesthetically, it like reminded me immediately of that. I guess because it was like the most recent Renektons in the game, a bunch of armor. I have a paintbrush though. That's pretty cool. Okay, I like. The thing is, they had to make it a whip still, right? So it's like it still has all these other metal bits, so it's not quite a paintbrush, but it's, you know, still mostly paintbrush, which is nice. Pike's Pentacle music will be for this skin. I mean, I guess we don't have this actual skin spotlight yet. We just got the splashes and this thing, right? Oh, what? There we go. Ta-da! I have not seen the skins in game yet, so this will be my first viewing of these. I'm pretty sure none of them are legendaries. Probably would have heard more hubbub about it. Let's find out. Ooh. And from a glance, it's a bit visually cluttered, but I like that E. The scroll. That's nice. That's cool. That's a fun way to use his E. What did that? Oh, what did that X look like? Not bad. Are you doing better? Yes, I am. Thank you. Where's Renekton and Neela's ink tattoos for their skins? Because he's a crocodile, but yeah, Neela doesn't have very much. I don't know. I'll just watch it in full and then I'll go back and pause it. All right. I was gonna say that the orange is lacking a bit of vibrancy. Okay, during the spell effects, that's really nice. Okay, that does just look like a chroma for World's Renekton. Am I crazy? From like my first is like, oh, it's like a purple chroma for World's Renekton. That's just what I saw at first glance. He's a lot more like an albino crocodile in game. No skin spotlights. I've seen these videos. Curious. Would make a good non-joke Renekton skin. Easy corrupted from LOR. That's what I want. 3 honors looking as Renekton. Like his skin's a lot more pale here, right? Unless this is lighting, but he looks a lot more purple here. In game, it's much more pale. Here you got like the pale underbelly with the dark purple on top. That's odd. Two-toed. No, we got 3. I did see, what was it with Neela where she had, so I think she's like, because the X is Pike, so like maybe Neela is hunting them, I guess. Tattooing on his armor, I feel like there could be more. Yeah, I mean, the tattoos are supposed to be like, excuse me, they're supposed to be like the big thing about this skin line, right? Is it's magic tattoos that give them these powers. Lighting they'll probably change if there's any complaints. It makes it look a little plain. Yeah, like it's just like straight white. And having this gradient is nice. Back-to-back streams, yes. Mostly because Riot just decided to release these like an hour after I closed the stream. That Croc needs some suns. Yes, I think he does need some sun. No way. I'm still like Rise feels like he's perfect for this skin line. Makes me a bit sad. Although, I'm curious if they're gonna... Because they have Lee Sin in this skin line, right? And Udyr, if I remember correctly, is like... He is like an artist that actually will provide people with tattoos. So I wonder if they'll connect them somehow. And we can actually have a Lee Sin and Udyr in the same skin line together that actually interact. I wouldn't guarantee it because, I mean, just look at Psyops with Shen and Zed. And they finally put them in a skin together and they don't do anything. But I guess we'll see. New Inkshadow system score Spirit Blossom ones. It just basically that means is that this patch isn't just the $500 Kaisa. There's gonna be this as well, and then next patch will be the second half of Spirit Blossom, I believe. Rise, Jinx, Azrael, Echo. Echo would be cool. Although Echo, I guess no. I'm thinking of Chroma Crash. That one's on Wild Rift. Two streams back to back, yes, because Riot did a oops, pretty much. Filler revival between major releases. It does feel that way, yeah. Yeah, a little bit. It does feel a bit like filler. I don't think... Is it weird that in-game, I kind of like Lee Sin the most? I think it's just like a nice color scheme. I like that his hair is twisted with the white and the black. Why are people asking for Hui specifically? Because he's paint. Because it's a tattoo. Like, it's an art-themed skin line, so people want the art-themed champion, because it's just a natural fit. Yeah, it's nice that Neela got something. Neela barely gets anything. More shadow than art. It's still artistic and ink. A lot of ink motifs. So it would make sense for, you know, go from... Wait, it's a paint mage. I should have ended with Master Yi. I'd actually argue... I don't even think Master Yi is the best of the Inkshadow skins. I feel like the best ones are probably... what was it? It was probably Yone's probably up there. And I'm trying to remember what the other ones even were. Because it was what? It was Yone, Yasuo, Kaisa, Volibear, Udyr, Yi. Was there another one? I feel like there's another one I'm misremembering. Aurelion. Right. Yeah, Aurelion. Aurelion was nice. Didn't I say Volibear? I thought I said Volibear. Yeah, I remember Yone being my favorite of the bunch. Probably because it actually gives him the mask for once. Oh, I like what Wild Rift did with Nocturne. Wild Rift has like this history of doing weird side grades.
For the 18th time, gooning remains harmful.
Yes.
And I'll never forgive the meaning of the word goon.
Yeah. Thank you, Ghoultacular. Thank you for the 18 months. I appreciate it. Thank you. I feel like Wild Rift has this weird obsession with doing champion side grades where like they don't really like they make the champions look better but never really fix any of their fundamental character design problems. Kassadin's probably the big example for me where like Wild Rift Kassadin certainly looks better than League Kassadin, but he has all the same issues in terms of like his design and how he's meant to be portrayed as a character and the fact he's still just a bootleg Darth Vader. Nocturne, I argue, is probably on the better of that end. He still has the weird chunky arm blades, but at least they're not just random armor slapped onto him. Out of Malphite looks good. Yeah, Malphite will never escape being just like a basic rock monster.
You fucking piece of shit.
I'd wish that one day they would try to expand on that a bit, but you know, what are you gonna do? The calligraphy. Oh, I know about the calligraphy skin line. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think just there's so many ink themed skins now, right? Or even just paint stuff, right? We have Inkshadow. Wilder've got Chroma Crash, and they got Calligraphia, and they got Splendor Opus. Like, we got a lot of paint themed skin lines. It's like, oh, another one. Street Demon, yeah. Street Demon at least is going more into graffiti, so it's at least it's like a bit different. Spirit Blossom Hui is real. It's just a recolor like Ivern. Oh, I don't know about Hui. I feel like of any champion, Hui might be the one to actually, you know, take the bullet, because there's a reason Hui. Has Hui gotten a post-launch skin? I don't think he has, right? He's still stuck with just Winter Blessed. I think that's just because they have to make too many damn particle effects for the guy. So, of course, it's, you know, it's him, and same with Kane and Aphelios. Although Kane's gotten more recently, but champions that just require extra effort than other champions, they're not going to get skins as frequently, just on an inherent basis that it just costs more production time to make them. Yeah, Nidalee we know for certain because she was in the cinematic, which really I just prefer if Nidalee got a visual update than a new skin, but you know. There was like 15 spells. Yeah, they don't want to make him. Too much effort. They more spells, more distinct from each other. That'd be nice. That was the problem with Winter Blessed, right? Is that they all kind of bled together. Well, I'm gonna stare into the abyss for a second because I turned my fan on. And it's way too cold now. Oh, it was way too cold in here. There's no good balance. Create character, sure. Great skins for the character, no. Yeah, that's about how it is usually. Staring at the rat in the ground. He will be part of the 1,000 Day Club. Oh, yeah. Still no Skarner, dude. Another patch has gone by with no Skarner again. Jesus. It is going to get to 5 years, isn't it? We're getting dangerously close. I believe he released in November. I think. All right, that's when Skarner release was November. Skarner. August. Oh, it's closer than I thought. Oh, no. That's when he released. It was okay. No, it was November was the last skin. Okay, yeah. November of 2020. Jesus Christ. Oh dear. What the hell's a Skarner? That's what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying I would have liked Inkshadow Skarner. I'm just saying yet another patch has gone by where Skarner got nothing. No, Briar got Primordian. She got Street Demon and then Primordian, so she's gotten a post-launch skin. How's my neck holding up? Oh, my neck's okay. I didn't get too much of an injury from my neck. It's mostly my my back and shoulder muscles from working on thesis. What happened? Okay, a new duck themed skin line. The thing is, Skarner doesn't have a joke skin, so I'd probably be okay with giving him a joke skin. As just like his. The thing is, he's just the potential of a giant scorpion kaiju. Like, come on, you can do so much with him. Oh yeah, totally. Traditional skins should have made a comeback. They're not going to though, because if they introduce them again now, then they'd have to retroactively go back and do them for all the reworks. Oops. So they're not gonna do that. So it gets nerfed to near pro play exclusive stats and then gets no skins. I actually don't know. What is his What's his play rate these days? Let me check. Shut up. Skarner. How's he holding up? Oof. Oh. Oh, my boy. Oh, dear. Not doing too well. Suffice to say, not doing the best at the current moment. Although pick rate, I feel like there's champions with an even lower pick rate than that. Needs a buff. But the thing is I practically one-tricked him when I played the last season to get like the rank stuff. I guess I didn't do very good for those, but
Nicky boy ah.
that yes. Invoice and Karma, they were the 16 months. Thank you. Yeah, it looks an alternative game. It was like Arena as well. I didn't actually. I thought I was pretty okay in Arena. Not the most recent one. I didn't play him then, but I remember when Arena came back with not was it with Soul Fighter, or was it with no? It was with MSI last year with Empyrean, and I just like spammed it to try and get Heartsteel Quest. You casual champion review because you don't want to play Kiana. No, casual champion review is on hold because it became a chore. I was not having fun making it. I was not proud of the videos that were coming out from it, and because I was lacking in uploading other things, it completely tanked my channel in terms of analytics and reach. So it'll probably come back once I got back in the swing of things of making the videos that I really want to make. Do a video ranking all the legendary skins of Wild Rift. I mean, I'm making a video about some skins in Wild Rift, like, but ranking all the skins from Wild Rift was brutal. Trying to edit that down. Trying to join silence support. Skarner top. That Timo didn't get an ASU skin, and this is Lee's third pre-ASU. Yeah, wait, how many skins has he gotten since the ASU? Hold on a second. Lee Sin. Where are you? I'm blind. Oh, right, he got this one, like, right before. And then he got this. Yeah, now he's getting the other one. See Mundo's pick rate skyrocketing? Well, I know why. Like a Wilder exclusive skins video. Yeah, about like the select. I wanted to do like a more scripted video talking about what I think are the best ones instead of going over all of them because there's like 170 or something of them. Because to make that video coherent is just, it's like 8 to 9 hours of footage, and then they added 30 more. It's like to give every skin its fair due. Instead of like, I don't want to make a video where it's like, yeah, this skin it kind of sucks, B tier. This skin, yeah, that's good. I like the colors, A tier. Like, talk about the Kaiser skin today. I might circle back around to it, but we did talk about it at length yesterday. I'm making a Victor VGU video. Not currently, no. I feel like the time has passed for that. I was more invested in like returning to Skarner because Skarner was like, you know, an important character to me and to the channel. He's like one of my mains, so I felt like kind of obligated that I really wanted to go about it. But also because I know what I think about Victor will probably just get tossed into the season rewind anyway. So in water skins overall or specific skin lines. In some cases, specific skin lines, yeah. But it'll depend. It will depend. This reminds me of the Zenith game skins he has. I wouldn't go that far. Zenith Games is just such an absolute nothing burger of a skin to me anyway. My favorite kind of juice. Probably apple juice. I don't have it very often at all, though. Or ever a skin review on Wilder Skin Lens would be pretty neat. Maybe. Maybe. But under the season rewind, thesis happened. So I still plan to actually, make and finish it, but I just got so wrapped up in my thesis that it absorbed all my time. I could not reasonably get the season rewind out on the same usual time, so I just said, screw it. I'm just not going to work it on right now. Focus on my thesis. And then I did focus on my thesis for like 4 or 5 months straight, where it was the only thing I was doing. I ended up injuring myself because I worked on it too much. Then healing process, and then intestines in shambles, go to the hospital, cats go to the, all a mess. So I don't know. I actually don't really like orange juice that much. No, not a fan. You know how much Chibi Briar Pass bundle will cost in RP? It'll probably be like $20-25 if you don't already own the pass, which I mean, there'll be a new pass today, right? So it'd be easier to tell before because they'd have the thing with Riven and Janna. Jeopardy 5. Jeopardy 5 is in the works. That I can guarantee that's currently in the works right now. That one was recorded and is being worked on. Let me see here. Let's just make this a bit smaller. There we go. Yeah, that's not in here yet. It'll be in here though. It'll be in all this stuff. Probably cost like $20-ish. Very easy joke to be made about Chibi Vigar. Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know. I tend to not get excited for TFT cosmetics as much these days because it's all just dramatically overpriced. Makes it very hard to get excited about new stuff. About TFT Marvel Rivals, I think it's really funny that they're doing it. I'm not gonna play it because I don't really want to reinstall Marvel Rivals, but I have an immense appreciation for what Marvel Rivals does in like just constantly just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. Like just trying wacky game modes and crazy overpowered characters and having a relatively like actually nice business model in terms of monetization with how they operate with battle passes. Like it's good. It's good. I wish that they would have more. Dumb senses for cards. Oh, is it? Dumbs is going to TwitchCon, I think. Right? I think in Rotterdam. I went there last year. And I never want to do it again. They do it the goofy TF2 style classic shooter route. Yeah, well, they're also just like adding so much content. You aren't? No. If I was, like, I'd already have to be like packed and ready to go. Why so? Because it was the first time I'd traveled in the span of a decade. It was an incredibly long flight in a country I'm unfamiliar with, and very few people there I actually knew. When I was going around TwitchCon with my friends, like some of the few friends that I actually knew there, that was pretty okay. But then when it was like up at the Twitch lounge with the actual Twitch streamers, I didn't know anybody. And I'm not, the type to instigate conversation. So I spent a lot of TwitchCon just kind of sitting by myself, just watching people interact with each other. So actually being at TwitchCon, the most fun I think I had while I was in Rotterdam was outside of TwitchCon when me and my friends just went to go have food at a Chinese place. That was nice. And the hotel was nice too. China Respect, yeah. They don't know. No, I wasn't thinking. It was more the opposite. Like, I don't know anyone here. I don't know. Although, you know who did approach me was Watley, which shocked. I didn't even know Watley even knew who I was, but Watley approached me, and he like tried to. He was really nice and was encouraging of like trying to get out there. But I'm like, I was just a complete nervous wreck, and I had no idea what to do. Have you done the Pike one? Pike's I'm not a fan of them giving Pike hair. I don't know. Something about giving Pike hair. They keep doing this, and it's really off-putting to me. Yeah, it was because it was last year. Yeah. Neela's the best one. I'd probably agree with you that Neela's the best one. Although Lee Sin looks pretty nice in game. Another Pike. He's got Blood Moon, so there is like a little bit of overlap there. So that's probably why they gave him all this white clothing, right, and more orange and purple to try and differentiate it from Blood Moon. I don't know. It was Lee Sin. Oh yeah, I know. I was like, doesn't Lee Sin already have one of these? But I guess it also happens when you're a champion that has a bajillion skins, right? Not like Neela, where it's like, oh, this is like her second or third skin ever. Because I think she only has on PC, she has Star Guardian and Coven, I believe, right? Is that all she got? Because she has Soul Fighter on Wild Rift. Yeah, 3 skins now. Looks like a Zenith Games skin. I don't know. I feel like the Zenith game looks much worse than this. Zenith Games is a disaster of a skin line. They're kind of boring. They're not. I think the thing is, yeah, they're not terrible, but they do feel like gotta have some skins this patch. And I guess we haven't done Inkshadow in a while, so I don't know. Throw these guys in there. I'd say Renekton. Yeah, remove the Inkshadow logo, and this isn't really Inkshadow at all anymore, is it? There's not really anything to signify. There's no tattoos at all. Renekton doesn't have a lot of clothes on, which would have been kind of neat to have Renekton in like a gi or something. Which would change the last guy to Inkshadow. Aurelian, Yasuo, Yone, Volibear, Master Yi, Kaisa, Udyr. I think it was all of them. Looks like Warwick a bit to me. He kind of does look like a little bit like a scaly Warwick. It's like Volibear Asol. But the thing is, Volibear was really clever because they could use. That's why I like Volibear in that skin line. Because they use the tiger stripes as tattoos. Like the tattoos blend into the tiger stripes. Like that's clever. So he doesn't really need as much clothes because you use that tattoo element along him still. Not a fan of the big red braid though. I think that's weird. But like making him into a tiger was really creative. But like with Renekton, I don't know, man. He's missing a lot of what makes Inkshadow what it is. Yeah, barely any of these guys have tattoos. Pike has it up his arm. He's got both his arms here, so he's got them. Lee kind of does, yeah, though not as prominent. Neela, I guess this arm, it's out of focus in the splash. I wonder what this whole arm being bandaged is for. I wonder if that means anything. Or if that's just because they thought it looked cool. The guy's theme was tattoos and shadows. Yeah. Could have made Renekton half ink. Yeah, dude, like making Renekton like an ink monster. That would have been sick. Oh, Zac! Dude, couldn't Zac have been really cool? Like the manifestation of the tattoos in demonic form. Living ink, like you could have done like what's his name? Shit. The big goober from the Teen Titans movie. You know who I'm talking about? The big evil blob of ink from Teen Titans. Ah, it's been so long. Not Venom. Brush-a-Gun. That's who it. Yeah. That's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, you get it like a Brush-a-Gun inspired. Which Teen Titans? Still the classic, but it's like the movie. The Teen Titans Go to Tokyo or whatever it was called. Yeah, like living ink Zac. That would have been cool. Oh, Lowy would fit perfectly. Oh yeah, she would have worked so well. So like actually channeling the ink. Because like it's again like why I was like, why isn't Rise in here? Because this whole skin line is like founded upon the use of magic tattoos, and so when you don't have that, it's like, Smear has tattoos, yeah, and her base skin, but like that's more of like an accessory. Rise was like his tattoos were already an integral part of his character, that they're shown to like they're part of how he visualizes his powers. Champions that just have tattoos, yeah, that's sure. I guess that works as well. Gangplank might have been cool to have to like a way to replace his cybernetic parts. That might have been nice. Yeah, and obviously Hui. Everyone's like, yeah, Hui would have been obvious. I just like from a glance, like in game, I thought that like, hold on, unless I'm going crazy here. And I'm just misremembering the skin. There was a purple one, right? I kind of mistaked it for it a little bit. You know, in the heat of battle, I don't know how much you're going to notice. It's not quite as similar as I was remembering it in my brain, but... Well, tired champs like Lee Sin, Pike getting skins. Yeah, I mean, well, like Lee Sin, Pike, Yasuo, Yone, Lux, Kaisa, Ari, Ezreal. You got like your whole crew of champions. Just get them constantly. This mask also looks kind of stupid. I don't mind the mask. I don't mind it. Just curious if like there's a reason for it all. This one looks like Zenith games. I think it, like if you look at it in game, in Splash I see it more. Yeah, it looks more like Zenith games in the Splash. It's like the reverse Renekton though. Where's like a decent shot of him just like standing there? I guess that works. Oh, that was the exact moment. Woo. Yeah, like I don't notice it as like in game. That looks completely different. The Splash, I see the similarities though. What I missed? I just looked at the PB preview, just talking about these damn skins. This is a first post ASU Lee Sin skin, right? No. Unless they... Did he... Was this... I'm pretty sure... Where is it? Yeah, T1 Lee Sin was released post-update. So I guess if you don't count esports skins, then yes. But also, like, Heaven Scale released 3 months before his ASU, so... I don't know. It's just another Pike Prestige. Yeah. There's probably a downside of them making all these prestige skins, those colors, right? Are they good? They're fine. I don't think they're terrible. They're just kind of whatever. It's nice. It's just nice that Neela got something. But I don't know. I think we kind of got spoiled a little bit. I say that, but I say spoiled like stuff like this just shouldn't be the norm, you know? And not this. I cannot believe they let this go through. In absolute disbelief. I think also they probably maybe these also feel kind of like filler, I assume, to not take too much attention away from Kaisa, right? Like, they don't want the patch to only be Kaisa. They want there to be stuff for non-billionaires to buy. But they don't want to make the base skins too impressive as to distract from Kaisa. That's the thing I noticed in the trailer too for Kaisa, that most of the champs she was fighting was like Graves and Gragas and Ashe and Jarvan, like all the really old, crusty looking champions. You really tell when they don't care as much about filler. Yeah. Again, like I don't think these are terrible. There's definitely a lot of better champions they could have chosen if they wanted to bring Inkshadow back. But it's telling, right? Because Inkshadow was the MSI skin line before. Which when is MSI? Shouldn't MSI have happened already, or did it happen already and I just completely missed it? It's June. Okay. So I mean, there probably won't even be an MSI skin line. It'll probably just be the second half of Spirit Blossom, I guess. Yeah, because if it was, even if it would have to be like the absolute last week of June. Inkshadow, no, Inkshadow was the year before last year. Last year was Empyrean. I'm just saying the fact that they introduced this skin line as MSI and then they bring it back and it's just a filler skin line might be telling that there was interest to revive it, but not enough interest. I'm not sure. Are you gonna switch to? Hell no. You know how expensive those things are? Hell no. I ain't forking over 700 doubloons to buy a Switch 2 and then another 120 for Mario Kart. I'll pass. I will pass on that. I do not need $1,000 to play the new Mario Kart. I'm good. 700 to play Bloodborne 2. Yeah. His mouth looks like it's filled with melted nacho Zach. Very specific. Which is overpriced. I mean, everything's overpriced. Even if, like, I bought Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter's $100. Like, AAA games are way too goddamn expensive these days. Aren't you a multi-millionaire? Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. That's me, multi-millionaire over here. Make your Switch 2 into a brick. Dude, if I was a multi-millionaire, you would see significantly more art contests. I would have done that shit all the time if I had millions of dollars. I would have had much bigger prize pools. So the reason they only have it so frequently is so that I can save up a reasonable amount of money to spend on it. Way too many unwarranted entry fees, yeah. More Snake. Yeah. You get free money through crime. I didn't think about that. You know, I've heard about this thing called the rug pull. Apparently it's just free money. People they're just dumb enough to keep falling for it, apparently. It wasn't Nintendo to go through, though, what they did with 3DS prices back then. Made them suffer. I want Nintendo to go through what they did with the 3DS prices back then. The thing is, it's gonna work. It's the first new Nintendo console in 8 years. It's got a new Mario Kart at launch. It's gonna sell. People are gonna buy it. Like all these protests, people say like, "Oh, I refuse to buy it. I'm protesting," and then pre-orders sold out. Like, it's the same thing with the Kaisa skin, right? It doesn't matter how much we protest. There's enough stupid people. Or people that just have enough money to burn, I guess. IRL Infinite Buddy Glitch. Yeah. Should do a charity rug pull. That's genius. Instead of giving money to people who really, really need it, I can just take it all for myself under the pretense I'm giving it to people who really, really need it. That's genius. GTA 6 being priced at $100 bait. Is that confirmed? I think that's just a rumor, right? Use your intestines as bait. Yes, hey guys, even though I don't need surgery to help to fix my problems with my intestines, I need money to help for surgery for my intestines. Just blatantly lie about it. Yeah, only Kaisa got skins at the same time. I love to play her. Yeah, just don't. The thing is, the craziest part to me is like if they released a $500 Neela skin, they never do it, but it's like I would more understand the desperation of the players because they don't have anything. But for champions like Ari and Kaisa, who have a billion skins already, it's like you don't need this one. You have like 19 other skins at your disposal. You can stomach not having it. I don't know. How would you improve Empyrean? That they don't all look the same, especially Nocturne. Nocturne was a great missed opportunity for me when he's like supposed to be the one that instigated the entire event. Playwrights. Oh no, I'm just saying like hypothetically. It's just the reason why that they always give them these uber popular champions because of course they're gonna make more money, right? But it's just I just find it silly. These champions, you know, they have so many skins already. Just like, do you need to spend $500 on that? Oh god, he has hair. Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. It's weird they keep doing it to... I don't know why they keep giving Pike hair. It looks weird. I'm alone on this, but I kind of want Mecha Kingdoms to make a comeback. I'm not in the same boat. I think what Wild Rift did with Mecha is cool. That they kind of brought Mecha back. I think the new batch... I have a big issue with the new batch that they just revealed, which sucks because they look awesome. Can I just drag and drop this? I feel like I should be able to just drag and drop this. Yeah, there we go. Look at that guy. Good old Maokai. Maokai there. And they look awesome. The problem with these is that well yeah, they're not in League, but the big reason that the old mechas were so good, if I still have it in here, I believe I do. Yes, I do. So a big reason that like Mecha Galio was so good was because they gave it all these new animations. It wasn't even a legendary, but they gave him all these new animations that made everything like the skin feels robotic. It feels heavy, like a towering mech. Because there's a big distinction with making a robot and making a mech, right? Like giant mechas are very different in how they move. So all the animation changes. It's same with like why Mecha Zero Scion is so good in comparison to Mecha Rengar, right? Or like the fantasy just isn't there with Rengar because he moves the same. There's a Mecha Galio. On Wild Rift there is. And then they made like Mecha Maokai and what was it? Like Mecha Maokai, Mecha Nautilus, right? And they look awesome. Like they look great, but none of them, these other ones like Nautilus, Maokai, Nocturne, they all have the same animations, their base skin, and so they don't have the feeling of being a giant robot, and the fantasy is kind of lost a little bit, especially with Nautilus because he's so goddamn floaty all the time. Maybe that's supposed to be a legendary, but they're out of time in the VO. The thing is, though, I don't even know if I subscribe to that because they've sold legendary skins without voiceovers before. You know, Night and Dawn, Draven, they did it for Dragon Lantern, Zerion, Aatrox. Like, they did it all the time. Yeah, Urgot got one, too. Yeah, Urgot got a mecha skin. And that one's pretty cool, too. But I argue Galio is like, the king. He's just the best. Here we go. This one. Urgot's still really awesome. Oh yeah, I know they retroactively went back and added voice lines for Aatrox and I think they did for Zeri as well. But I'm saying they still released them without it.
Hope you doing well. Here's some entry fee to make you feel
There's
better.
no entry fee. It's not real. There's no entry fee. It's not a thing. It's not. Thank you, though, Michael, for the 7 months. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Oh, so that's the neat thing about this, is you have Urgot and you have, where is it? Volibear. And they're both, if anyone's ever seen, Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, the whole concept there was like that they built the new Mechagodzilla around the skeleton of the old Godzilla, and that's what Urgot is that Urgot is they killed Crab God, so Crab God is canonically dead, and they built Mecha Urgot around the skeleton of Crab God to make the new mech. And then Volibear's the same, but in the same fashion of Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, where like Mechagodzilla kind of regains the memories of the OG Godzilla, he goes rogue. And so that's what Volibear is. Like he's basically a kaiju in a mech's body with the power of the mech, but has his mind and his memories back. Like, it's pretty sick. Oh, what? Umbrio. There's no entry fee. It's not real. They $2, though. I appreciate it.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, it's around the corpse of the old Crab God. Yep. Crab God's dead. Single red eye. Yeah, well, he's got single red eye. He's got battle damage and scarring. Like, it's pretty cool. And he's a legend. Volibear is a legendary as well. So he actually got to have all those big animations, except his walk cycle's weirdly really floaty, which is a bit disappointing. But other than that, it's really awesome. And they got the voice actor back, too, which is great. Things over in variety patches. I'm excited to see what Wilder ports that they do in the future. I really hope Vex wasn't just like a random one-off. There's so many really great Wilder skins that they could bring over. Need more kaiju. That's true. We need more kaiju. I mean, that's been like a biggest gripe that I have. They always make these like superhero skin lines, right? They make like Mecha Kingdoms, or in Wild Rift they made the or not Wild Rift. They made this year. They made like Mass Justice. They make all these superhero teams, but they never have any villains to fight, dude. They never have any monsters to fight. That's the point. You're supposed to have the protagonist and the antagonist. Where's my antagonist? God damn it. Basilisk, Hydra, Scar. Yeah, I mean, just making like a kaiju skin for Skarner would work well enough. Maybe the new Valorant lore update for like the last 5 years. I mean, I haven't really looked at Valorant lore for the longest time, but I remember thinking it was kind of clever that the way they made technically the game is canon. So mechas are protagonists. Yeah, they are. This skin line. But at least have an opponent. You know, what's the good of having all these mechs without any kaiju to battle? Battle Bunny skins have no kaiju, though. Oh, they have kaiju. Well, they did. They added them in now. Like, they have, when they brought Anima Squad back. That's, like, why I liked it. Like, they gave Primordians. If they just said that the Primordians were the bad guys, right? Which granted, they did, right? When Anima Squad first came out and they had Misfortune and stuff, it was just the Anima Squad team with no villain to fight. But then they brought it back and they gave Aatrox and Briar, Belveth, and Rek'Sai. Like, nice. They have an opposing force. That's nice. Well, Bloodborne inspired skin that make just so that I do. That'd be kind of cool. Like, you don't gotta send $5 just to say that. Thank you, Hunter. I appreciate that. Thank you. Of course, a pre-Urgot. No, because that's not canon at all. Like the red eye glint. Yeah, well, because it's damaged, right? It's like a big slash through it. But that's also a reference to Mechagodzilla. Because that's what happened, where like Kiryu had the yellow eyes, and then when it remembered that it was Godzilla again, its eyes became red. So I imagine that like the whole concept, I think, is just a reference to Kiryu. So I was gonna chomp. He has like a big like hologram that comes out. Kaiju Orn. That'd be kind of cool. Be a bit more difficult with Orn though, because he's so humanoid, you know, and he uses tools and stuff. Cho, but a combination of Ghidorah and Godzilla. Oh yeah, I'm surprised they haven't really done that, have they? A skin for Cho where it's 2 extra arms or 2 extra heads. That'd be cool. That would require a lot more animation though to make that look convincing. Looks too nice to be Kaiju. He is a sweet fella. But yeah, Wilder's got I appreciate what they did to like try and bring the mechs back in a fun way. Show VG or ASU in 2053. Yep, that's what it's gonna happen. We got all this stuff though. All these freaks. Yeah, I guess like on the Inkshadow ones, I don't know. I don't really feel much for them. They're kind of just whatever, kind of just filler. But again, I think that's intentional, so that they can have the Kaisa skin be front and center. Renekton's supposed to be huge. Maybe it looks like he's being on a big crate, and I guess Renekton does have the ability to grow large as well. Feral Naz has 3 heads in his ult, but that's a legendary. That's the difference. Like they wouldn't give Cho'Gath another legendary. It would probably be an epic tier skin, but they'd still have to do some extra animation work, or else it would just look really bad. Broken Covenant show. Yeah, that was artist who had pitched a fan VG Cho'Gath VG, and he got hired at Riot and then got to work on a Cho'Gath skin. So it's very apparent why that skin is so heavily detailed. Like there's so much effort that went into it because the person who's working on it really cared about making a good skin for Cho'Gath. Feels a bit too human. I could kind of see that. I think it's worse in the actual in-game because he's so pale. You know, he doesn't have any of that gradient purple. Unless that's the ult form. No. It looks really bad in-game, I gotta be honest. It looks kind of cool in the splash. Like, at least it's like rule of cool, hell yeah. In-game, doesn't look too good. Be quiet. Yeah, Gentleman Show's got good voice lines. I'd argue in-game, I think Lee Sin actually kind of looks the best in-game. Which is funny because he probably looks, out of all of them, as like the least impressive splash art-wise. Usually it's just kind of boring. I think it's just by the numbers, you know. It's fine. Although, the Pike with the scroll on his E, that's fun. I like that a lot. I wonder if that's significant because he also has like, he kind of has scroll, like scrolls overlapping his shoulders. So I wonder like what kind of significance he has here exactly. I imagine he probably has higher importance narratively speaking. I'm not sure though. Lee Sin sunglasses almost never works. Yeah, they keep doing it too. I don't know. It adds like at least an interesting point of visual contrast, like the bright yellow. And it's not a color that contrasts too much with the purple. It's complementary, right? Feeling like a 5 out of 10. I don't know. The thing is, like, I don't tend... I mean, the scores I give in Rapid Fire Skin Review are completely arbitrary. I think a lot of people get tripped up from the scores that I give as well because the Canadian scoring system out of 10 is different from the American scoring system. So, like, a 5 is... like, a 5 out of 10 is, like, I guess an American scoring system is, like, a complete middle of the road, right? That's, like... I guess because it's the middle number. A 5 out of 10 for the Canadian scoring system is a D, basically. If it's a 4 out of 10, then that's a fail. So it's like if you go below, like 5 out of 10 is like, okay, it's like equally good and bad. And then you go into 4, like, okay, it's mostly bad. So if I give something like a 6 out of 10, that means that usually it's like, it's passable, but has a lot of flaws. That's usually how I would do it, but I don't have enough ink splash. Well, I think that comes in part with the champion choice. Renekton, I think especially, is like, again, he removed the Inkshadow logos here, and what skin line is this from anymore? Yeah, wait till Gen 4 is a failing grade. Yeah. I'm going to try to avoid references to school as much as possible. Probably shouldn't let your dog lick the screen in general, but dogs are cute, so. This would be a purple crocodile. The thing is, he's not even purple. He's not even purple. It's like an albino crocodile. But not even. He's not even the right color. He's more like a really light tan or a beige. I would have liked it if he was purple. They're just picking the wrong champions. Yeah, that's how I felt about Street Demons 2, weirdly enough. Where like they picked Rengar, which was just weird choice. Like for paint, you'd want to pick champions that can use that to their advantage. Like Zac or Hui, right? Like they could really use that to their advantage. No, I think he's got like a bit of tattoos on his right arm here. But it's like, it's barely noticeable. Barely. How did you... In the lore of Inkshadow, humans trading something up to Acel for power, so why is Renekton here? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Volibear is the same, I think. And it's not specifically Acel. I think Volibear is like, it's various demons and spirits. I don't think it's just Acel. I think Acel is just the one that Yi pledged to. Skins wish list. I don't know how that would... I don't even know what I'd put on there. It'd mostly just be for like specific champions I want to see get skins. Thank you. Thank you, Hunter. Give it the Munties. You don't gotta do that. Skins are just boring. Yeah. They're just kind of painfully mid. For the potential Inkshadow has too. It's a bit sad. I appreciate Neela just getting something and making the paintbrushes kind of cool, though they had to extend it with something, right? So it actually matches. So it has like visual consistency with the rest of her. But Inkshadow Snake Lady, where her tail is ink. That would be kind of cool. Like you don't gotta give me one tea like that. You gotta do it. It's like Odyssey skins. They're probably just killing the skin line. The thing is, like, why would they bring it back at all then? That's I kind of get that feeling. It's like, why would you bring it back at all then? And then again, I kind of go back to like it feels like they exist to fill out the patch, so it's not just Kaisa, but they don't want something to make Kaisa look, you know, they want to still be the premium skin of the patch by default. Inkshadow cast would be Slug. I mean, you could do a lot of, like, you don't have to make her a snake and everything. Trade out. We got variety skins when Return Rat pumps out. One mess skin land. The thing is, because we know after this we're getting more Spirit Blossom. And then after that, we're in the dark. We're getting Morgana and Nidalee and potentially Hui. And we'll see how that goes. We've been casting ASU in the rewind of 2024. Maybe. Maybe. That's scrambling release things. Well, they're too short staffed now. They can't keep up the production pipeline that they've had for the past few years with the amount of staff they have now. So they have to cut corners. So it means like less skins, which I'd be fine with if there were less skins in total. But the trade-off would be that we get less skins, but the skins are of higher quality, you know. But we've had less skins that are lower quality, which sucks. Ryan trick most subscription services use make a tier no one in their right mind when it gets to the others of the gold wing comparison. Maybe it's like it works in both ways. They're like Kaisa's so expensive, but then like someone spending money on Kaisa is probably not going to spend money on Renekton. Or Lee Sin. I guess Neela is probably closest, but Neela is like one of the most niche ADCs in the games. I don't know. It's all weird. don't like the skin line, but it has good potential. Yeah, I felt that way too. Though the first batch had Volibear and Yone and Asol. And those were nice. Yasuo was okay too. So there's a lot of potential for the skin line, but yeah, they kind of just whatever. Nothing overly spectacular. Kaisa figures cheaper than the skin bundle. Yeah, I mean they have them with Ari as well, right? So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else I can say about these things. They're kind of just meh. My voice hurts though. I realized after yesterday that I think it was like a 2-hour stream or something. I'm like, man, I have not talked this much. I need to get back in the swing of things. I need to warm my voice back up to this stuff. It's already hurting again now. Some of the skins of all time, yeah. Kaiju Thrash, that'd be kind of cool. There's a lot of cool champions you can make Kaiju skins for. Ugh. Well, I think it feels generic because we have so many ink-themed skins now. Especially on Wild Rift. Wild Rift got Calligraphy and then got Splendor Opus. It's like, alright, we get it. Hydration check. Oh, I do have a bit of water. New Dawnbringer skins. I know that Xin Zhao is legendary, which is a shame because he really needs a visual update. But Dawnbringer is always the same to me. Dawnbringer is like, you know how you describe these Dawnbringer skins? I mean, okay, Xin Zhao is like, you know, there's 2 words that best describe Dawnbringer and Nightbringer. I don't know if you guys can guess what it is in my mind. There's 2 very specific words that come to my mind when I see stuff like this, though. Maybe she wasn't really for Arcane. It was clearly a Psyops picture. Hit a bit. Alright, have a good bit. There we go. We got close. Yep, mobile game. That's immediately like that is that is a mobile game skin right there. And you know what? It has these skins have a very specific kind of aesthetic where it's basically usually, you know, you like to have a nice balance of style and substance, and these kinds of skins, they just throw substance completely out the window just for style. But it's style overload and they just become a mess. Right, it's like way too many details and just like contrasting bright colors and just excessive gold. You know, it's like it's like the bell curve. It's trying too hard to look cool, and so it's just like, ugh. Yeah, peak Mobile Legends, yeah. Just mobile game looking ass skins. Dawnbringer, I think it looks even more so than Nightbringer. But that's also because so many of the Nightbringers or the Dawnbringers like incorporate Nightbringer elements now for some reason. So it's not even unique to Soraka anymore. So I don't know. What is this skin? Could you even tell what champion this was if that spear wasn't there? Even with the spear, it's like that could just be Jarvan's thing. You know? Like who is this? I don't know. Could be anyone. The spear, that was J4, yeah. Isn't Cosmic Warrior? No. There's also maybe I'm maybe a bit of a heretic here, because I have these flash. The new Soul Fighter skins are also kind of I don't know, man. Lucian's okay. I don't mind Lucian. He's fine. New Soul Fighter for Wild Rift. They got Lucian, Rise, and Wukong. The thing is, I found out something very funny. See, you know how we like to rag on, skins like High Noon or Starground, whatever, for having way too many skins. Do you know how many skins Soul Fighter has because of Wild Rift? And I guess Alawar has in Italy, but specifically because of Wild Rift. You know how many skins Soul Fighter has now? 21. More Soul Fighter skins exist now than Dark Star. Like, what? I was like, no, like, surely that's incorrect. No, there are more Soul Fighter skins than there are Dark Star skins now. Like, that's insane. They just cranked these out for Wild Rift. So it's like, no wonder that they just feel kind of meh. They just making way too many. What's 9 plus 10? Yeah. Yeah. Wild Rift has, like, in equal parts a tendency, to go back and try and breathe new life into older skin lines, but then also, like, crazy go down the route that League did, like, especially with Soul Fighter or Night and Dawnbringer, of just completely already oversaturated skin lines. Just kind of a bit lame. But then every now and again they put out something, like, I'd say usually nowadays, like, the original stuff they put out is usually pretty solid. Like Weather Entity, especially Oriana, that's pretty good. I like that a lot. I think that's great. Even Ezreal's not bad. Like, Ezreal's pretty neat. They did good with this. Or Guess Who Poppy. That's funny. I like that. Oh, Crystal Rose. Oh my God. Yeah, Jesus, they went insane on that. Oh yeah. Garden Party. Garden Party's great. They got quite a few original skins that they've done an amazing job there.
Watch out! Daisy Stampede!
Dubs. What the frick? Oh, thank you, Dubs, for the raid. Thank you. Oh, you go to TwitchCon, right? Cover's going well. It is. It's going good. I want to see where did I put the damn Malphite skin? Where's there it is. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. This skin's great, man. This is awesome. Oh yeah, Cat McCutie Yumi's a legendary. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Kale, see what she made out of kale. That'd be kind of fun. Oh yeah, I already know. I already hate how much they've, like, just Crystal Rose is just a disgrace. It's so, but you know who's the worst one though? Because, like, a lot of these are just kind of like Jarvan's, like, yeah, whatever. Jarvan, and it's like, eh. There's some actually pretty decent ones. You know, like, I'd argue Gwen. That suits her really well. Gwen works really well in this skin line. I'd say Viego works really well too, even if they did whitewash him a little bit. But what is that? This is a legendary skin. That is just... I know, like, it's kind of hyperbole for, like, Crystal Rose being just the champion in a tuxedo, but, like, at least if you look at, like, Ashe or Jarvan, like, they put some detail, like, what the hell? That's just Ezreal in a tuxedo. What is his gauntlet? Why is it just a giant ring? Like, this is so lazy. Oh my, I cannot believe my eyes. This is real. And it's a legendary skin. Like, Jesus. It's so boring. Oh. No. Oh, wait, but you know what's a great one, though? And this is... Oh, dude. There's a lot of skins I want from Wild Rift to be on PC, but, like... God damn, this super villain Jin just so goddamn cool. Holy moly. God damn. He looks awesome. Which is hilarious because like the rest of the superhero skins are kind of garbage. Red X, yeah. Because like Jace. Why? Is that even there, man? Because you know what I think of when I see superhero Jace? There's a very specific thing I think of when I see superhero Jace. And I need a bit of context here. Okay. Right? Superman. Classic Superman. Nice and good. Simplistic. How does it get worse every time I see it? Injustice 2 Superman. Like, it's too much, man. You don't need all this. You don't need all this crap. It's so excessive. Too much. And that's what I feel like with Jace. Like, there's way too much going on. Way too, like, too many patterns, too much texture, too many random golden bits, the stuff all over, like the mask and the jaw. And then you look at Jin. Sleek. Elegant. Color-coded. Glossy texture for the logo. Big, like, monochrome robot silver arms. Simplistic. Like, that's... There you go. But it still has texture. Like, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Perfect. I love supervillain Jin. This is like Homelander. But even Homelander, I'd argue, is actually a way better translation of a superhero comic design while giving it some actual texture. They didn't needlessly over-design it. It has that bit of texture with the cloth and stuff, but they didn't go overboard. There's the only other's the Graves one, but I don't think Graves is very good either. I really like pretty much the whole skin line. It's like Jin just clears. Jin's just the best one, bar none. Not even close for me. This truly was an Inkshadow skin. Yes. Thank you, Campfire King. Porcelain Jin's an yeah. The thing is that this skin released at a very specific moment in history when Jin was untouchable. That like no matter what skin he got, it was gonna be a banger. But those days are kind of over now. Between League PC and Wild Rift, you know, with Porcelain Jin. Unfortunately, Jin isn't the untouchable god he once was. Even Bard is kind of getting hit with that a bit. The Spirit Blossom's not as horrifically disappointing as Mythmaker Jin was, but it's just kind of mediocre for a champion who's got like all bangers. The power of the dollar. Oh yeah. Oh, Senna Nasus. Whew. Hell yeah. Love these friggin' has-been hotel looking ass Nasus. Stylish as hell, Senna. This is like, again, like, Senna is more going for style over substance. Because, like, the whole psychic part of Psychic Detectives is kind of lost a bit. But it reigns in the style enough that it's not just overpowering you like Viego does. She looks awesome. The hat, too, and the glasses. She looks sick as hell. Yeah, they're great. Wildard has quite a lot of great skins. A lot of really bad ones, but a lot of great ones. Supreme Cells. So I don't really care for Supreme Cells that much. This is also like, you look at that. That's a mobile game skin right there. That's also Darius. I don't think that's. I'd say actually no, that's not even Darius because there's Darius. I don't know, man. I spare the PC and literally everything. In some ways, I'd say they get the. Although, like, it used to be that League would get better skins than Wild Rift. But now it's kind of, both of them are kind of 50-50 for me. And, like, sometimes they get really good skins, sometimes they get really bad ones. I don't know. That's supposed to be Zed. Yes, it is. That was male Kaisa. Ugh. Anyway, I think that'll probably about do it for me today. I'm not sure what else to say for these skins. My voice is starting to hurt, and I still have some stuff I gotta do before the day's end. I spent so long last night it's like trying to figure out ways to get Monster Hunter working properly, like without the random scout flies and the icons showing up to like trying to actually get good shots. It sucked, but they're just fine. Yeah, that's about how I describe it. They're just fine. They're whatever. They're passable. So, oh yeah, I did try Kuma. Yeah, I did. He's fun. He's cool. I'm curious to see what people can make for builds with it. I don't have nearly enough armor spheres to upgrade it fully, but it's still really awesome. So, I think I will call the stream there, fellas. So, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching the stream, all the bits of the subs, donations and stuff. I'm not sure when I'll stream again, but I'm going to be working on a whole bunch of videos. I think what I'm probably going to do... Nah, I'll wait. I'll see how it pans out with all the other stuff that I'm going to do, so... Alright. There's no exit feed. Thank you folks for watching. And I will, I'll catch you in the next one, alright? Take care of yourselves. Have yourself a good rest of your Wednesday. And I'll see you next time, alright? Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Have a good day. Goodbye.